The headquarters is one of the best new features in COD World War II multiplayer, but if you are like me, you might have wanted to leave the restricted boundaries of the headquarters and explore this beach in its entirety. Well, you can. Welcome to COD Zombies HQ, where we're going to be counting down the top 5 secrets outside of the map here in headquarters. If you want to explore outside the map on the headquarters, find these secrets for yourself, the tutorial on how to do it will be at the end of this video, so consider this almost like your tour guide. If you do enjoy this vid, I'd appreciate the heck out of you if you could smash that thumbs up button down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're going to be counting down these in no particular order, starting with number 10. Using the spectator cam to glide outside the map over the beach area. Continuing on a little bit, we see hovering above the map for whatever reason is this US Army ammo crate. But as you guys can see, this ammo crate is white, almost like it's supposed to be in the snowy environment of somewhere like the Ardennes forest during the Battle of the Bulge, and not sitting here beachside in Normandy. It's likely that this is just an asset from the Ardennes Battle of the Bulge mission of the COD World War II campaign, but I'm not sure what it's doing here on headquarters. At our number 9 spot, if you use your spectator cam to go way outside the map over by the water, you can actually plunge your camera down underneath the headquarters map. Under there, if you travel for a little while, you can see off in the distance a huge big box in the background. Well, when you get closer, you can see it's just that, a ginormous box that's situated underneath the headquarters map, and even more interesting, it's actually solid, meaning you can switch to your character and walk around on this giant plane outside the map. As far as we can tell right now, there is no way to get inside of this box. I'd love to know if there's any kind of objects or lighting elements in there, but we can't. If you can find out yourselves, definitely let me know over on Twitter. Link is down in the description. I'd love to see what's inside this ginormous box underneath the headquarters. At our number 8 spot, flying way high above the map with our free cam, we can actually check out some of the bomber and fighter aircraft that you can see flying way overhead when you're in regular headquarters. Well, taking a look at those bomber aircraft, there are 2 different kinds, one for the US Air Force and the second for the British Royal Air Force. The bombers themselves are actually pretty well detailed, even though they're super high above the map itself and very hard to see up close. They've got their appropriate army designations over the wings and even an awesome airborne logo over the tail fin. It's really cool to finally be able to see these assets close up. At our number 7 spot, we're heading into the mail room, where you can kind of peer into from the outside looking in, but you can never actually get in here. With our spectator cam, we can. Taking a look around, we can see that the area is actually fairly well detailed. It's pretty freaking awesome. And even taking a look at this secret poster, which is really hard to see from being actually inside the map, where it says, "Keep her posted, make it short, make it cheerful, send your V-mail here." It's a really cool and detailed area of the headquarters. I wish they could have opened it up so people can kind of just like hang out in there if they wanted to. It's really cool. At our number 6 spot, we're heading over to the beach side again for what I like to call the paper army. From inside the map, off in the distance, you can see that there's a bunch of army soldiers kind of scattered about the beaches located near their landing craft. Well, getting up close and personal with these assets, we can see that they're literally 2D soldier cutouts that are placed in a line, then copy and pasted to give it the illusion like there's a whole bunch of soldiers waiting to move inland in France. It's a really cool effect that getting up close and personal with it kind of gets ruined now that you know that these are just 2D little paper soldiers, but it's cool nonetheless. And at our number 5 spot, some really weird things start to happen in the headquarters when you enter the mode to be able to go spectate and actually use your weapon on this map. One of those things is our boy Major Howard. Well, he ain't looking too good. He's lost his head. The headless Major just kind of stands around here. He doesn't move or anything. It just has his base character model, which is really interesting considered all of the other NPCs around the map actually disappear in this mode. He's the only one that has his character model. Well, most of his character models spawn into the map. For our number 4 spot, we're over on the beach side again, heading left from the beach over to the far LST. It's going to be the second last LST in the row, where if we use our spectator cam to actually clip through the visible part of the ship itself, we can see a hidden landing craft that is actually located inside the LST that's in the water itself, but you can never actually see this landing craft from being inside the map. It is literally inside the ship. I'm not sure why the game's developers decided to put this landing craft in a spot where nobody would ever think to see it, but hey, it's cool that it's here nonetheless. At our number 3 spot, we're over here in the firing range, and hey, have you ever wondered what's behind the bunker that's located in the background to the far right of the firing range? Well, using the spectator cam to head over there and kind of looking around, we can see, well, there's actually nothing. The back of the bunker isn't even modeled in, so we only get the facade and not the back, which is really interesting because most of the other objects on this map are fully rendered, even all the way around. I'm not sure why this firing range bunker got the short stick in this case, but it's just something cool to note nonetheless. At our number 2 spot, in this version of headquarters, for whatever reason, if you walk up to the cave where the zombies section of headquarters is located, you can see that it's actually blocked off with a big metal grate for whatever reason in this version of headquarters. Normally this gate isn't even here. I'm not sure why the developers decided to put it in there in the first place. It definitely is a neat little difference. We can actually use the spectator cam to get the zombies area by going under the map, then clipping into it. Back behind the visible area, there isn't really anything interesting. There is some more covered up statues, which is pretty cool, some books with bullets through them, but really no other major Easter eggs to note in this zombies area. And for our number 1 spot, I want to give you a salvo of different things that I thought were really interesting, but not interesting enough to warrant their own spot. Firstly, taking a look at the battleships that are in the distance in the channel, we can see that they aren't modeled very well. They're just very rudimentary. They're also a single bland gray, except for the red that is actually at the bottom of the hull, which is really cool. Using spectate to go way high above the map, you can see that the actual skybox has an area of blurriness at the middle before it's actually repeated, so you can see the sky below, a strip of blurry sky all around you, then actual regular skybox above that. Over where the quartermaster is in the headquarters, we can see this blue key crate that's located kind of off to the side and behind the counter. Getting a closer look at it, there isn't really anything inside, but it definitely does have a painting of a key on it. This could be like some future supply drop. Maybe it gives you only 1 item instead of 3 in it. I'd be interested to see if they end up using this asset within the actual game in the future. And finally, heading over to the 1v1 pit. In this version of headquarters, there is no walls in the pit, which to me signals that the walls aren't a permanent fixture of the headquarters. They can be changed around and moved around to different places to set up different kind of 1v1 configurations without having to change the whole map, which is really cool. So here's hoping as new DLCs and patches and updates get released for this game, we start to see different layouts for the 1v1 pit. Well, that wraps up our tour outside the headquarters, but I'm sure you want to go exploring yourself, so this is how you do it. Heading into multiplayer and spawning at the regular headquarters, you can go ahead and walk down to the beach and enter the score streaks tower. Once it's gone ahead and loaded on the PS4, at least what you want to do is bring up your settings, actually go into the connectivity, and turn off your internet by clicking this check mark. On the PC and Xbox, I'm pretty sure that this can be done basically using the same process where just somehow you have to turn off your internet, then get it to turn back on. You'll notice that when heading back into the game, it says it's disconnected you from the server, which it has, right? You turned off your internet. Well, turning back on your internet connectivity, then loading into the headquarters, what you want to do is start up a custom game where, if you did the glitch correctly, you'll notice that in the map selection, you'll have the grounds selected instead of any normal map. That is, in fact, the headquarters. For the best exploration experience, I'd recommend you set the game type to search and destroy. Go into the game rules and set the round time to unlimited. You also want to change both spectate settings to free, and you can also change the respawn timer in order to respawn instantly. All you have to do now is start up the game and you'll be loaded into the map. In order to actually spawn in, you have to press right on the D-pad in this class selection menu, then you get your regular classes. Click it, then you can spawn in. A quick tip is that if you head into your spectator cam and then choose a team, you'll actually spawn where your spectator cam is located. So just be careful if you're high up above the map like we're here and you spawn in, you're going in for a long fall. This does count like a regular custom game, meaning you can invite your friends to play in the headquarters as well. You can even hold like some kind of matches if you really wanted to. But that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, again, be sure to smash that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would love to know if you find any other cool secrets on the headquarters. Definitely send me a pic over on Twitter. Link is down in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you with another Call of Duty World War II video tomorrow.